It's the Treehouse.
We know that people will utilize Throwback Thursday, and it's not always great. It's okay. It's more of just like a catchphrase, and it always just kind of falls short of any sort of nostalgic expectations. Well, not here, not inside the Treehouse, because we've decided, if we like it, to do a little Throwback Thursday.
Okay.
And you will not be disappointed, at least not with this one, because this one is guaranteed surefire to put a smile on your face, not just in general for you listening or you watching on our Patreon channel, patreon.com/treehouse on there, but specifically you, Raj. I'm pretty certain you've seen this, but if you haven't, oh my God. Because we know how much you enjoy seeing other people in pain and distress.
Yes.
And I don't think there is a greater example of this in the history of the internet, because without the Grape Lady, I don't even think the internet ever takes off.
Grape Lady.
The simple fact that it doesn't immediately register in your brain just hearing the Grape Lady.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really looking forward to this. So I'm going to take you back to 2006.
Okay.
That's when this clip first found the light of the internet. The situation it depicts happened many years prior, but you know, the internet wasn't around in the 80s and 90s the way it was in the early 2000s. So some of these older clips are harder to come by, but when they do, my goodness. So we are going to start our Throwback Thursday with the Grape Lady, who is at a winery in Georgia doing a morning news report on Fox 5 Atlanta. And she gets herself into a grape stomping competition with the local representative from the winery. And she gets a little carried away, the reporter does, and things happen. And when things happen, things transpire, and a tragedy befalls her.
Okay.
So they're at a winery having a grape stomping competition for the television morning show Fox 5 in Atlanta, and the reporter smashing the grapes gets a little carried away.
Measuring cups are down below, right?
Measuring cups are down below.
All right. And if you win, you get to stay at Chateau Lawn. And what else do you have going on here?
Well, if grape stomping's not your thing, you can come and spend the day listening to live music, eating international foods, having wine.
Now, real quick, so you have two ladies, both in purple buckets, smashing grapes on top of a wooden deck that is elevated above the ground.
Wine tours and tastings, vineyard tours, seminars, arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop.
So the reporter is the lady on the left. She tells the winery representative, okay, stop, because she's going to cheat now. She wants to cheat at the fake grape stomping competition that they're having for the morning show. So she tells the lady to stop. And then, of course, she picks up and keeps going, thinking she's going to have more wine in her bucket at the end of it. Well, I'm a huge, huge fan of comeuppance. I love immediate karma, instant gratification for me, not for her. This is what happens when you cheat.
Whole day. Stop. Stop.
She gets a little carried away in the grape stomping bucket, slips on the juice, falls forward, and has one of the original, if not greatest, face plants in the history of the internet. Off the raised platform, straight down onto the turf below. Now, Raj, I'm going to ask you: do you remember this, or have you seen this at all ever?
First time. And I can tell you.
Wow, hang on.
I'll be posting it.
Congratulations.
Yeah. The camera guy doesn't move?
No, he is a disciplined photojournalist, Raj. He keeps the camera trained on the story before his eyes. No matter what happens, he's committed to the craft.
I think he just likes the castle behind.
It is. It's a nice looking castle. I mean, look, it's a winery. It's a big, beautiful, estate type thing. So yeah. So let's relive this a little bit for this lady. She's stomping in the bucket.
Eating international food, having wine tours and tastings, vineyard tours, seminars, arts and crafts.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. A whole day. Stop. Oh, stop.
Stopping.
Ow, stop. I can't breathe. Stop.
This is better the second time.
Raj, I've stopped it before it even hits its crescendo, because not only is there a little bit more of this video for you to witness and for us to examine and to appreciate like a fine wine. There's a backstory and an update that goes along with the Grape Lady of Fox 5 Atlanta. As Trey said, one of the OG viral videos of the internet in 2006. Are you ready for more? All right. You ready for the rest of the Grape Lady, Raj?
I am.
All right. Here we go. We will start back over at the smashing, at the incident itself, where she tries to cheat and then is immediately comeuppance.
Having wine tours and tastings, vineyard tours, seminars, arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun. A whole day. Stop. Oh, stop.
Now, this is when we first watched this video back in 2006. We tried to analyze it from every possible angle. Unfortunately, this is not like the JFK assassination, and you've got another angle to see from. You only got the one camera right here, and that's it. There is no Zapruder over in the bushes getting a second angle on this lady falling out of her grape stomping bucket and face planting onto the turf below. So we were trying to figure out all the way back in 2006 what had her reacting in such a way where like, ooh, I can't breathe, all that stuff. At the time, I remember thinking that it looked like she smashed her shin on the edge of the wood decking on the way down. Now, anyone that's ever smashed their shin really, really good knows that hurts like hell. And if you hit a bone hard enough, it'll take your breath away, even though they're two completely different bodily systems. Bones versus lungs. If you hit your body hard enough, even on an appendage nowhere near the lungs, it will take your breath away. Trey, do you remember when you first saw this? Is that what you thought as well, that there was a shin incident, or did you have another theory at the time?
No, I thought she went head, chest first and like maybe broke a collarbone or something.
That's an interesting assessment as well. Raj, you were pre-med at Texas State, which is sort of like saying you were a drug dealer, or a producer, maybe both. Do you have a visual hypothesis onto why she is in such great pain?
I think she might have broken some ribs.
Okay. Let's now go to the current update, as much as there is one. You may not know Melissa Sanders' name, but you probably know her as the Grape Stomper, or the Grape Lady, or the Grape Lady Epic Fall Girl. Those names are in reference to a viral video that first appeared on YouTube in January of 2006. What a great start to the year. And it became one of the most famous falls caught on camera. The original clip aired on the WAGA-TV local news station in Atlanta, Georgia, and it shows Sander challenging another woman to a grape stomping contest. Sander stops the race, but then decides to get a few extra stomps in after the race is over. In true cheaters never win fashion, she loses her balance and falls face first into the ground. But there is something about her fall that is just extraordinary and has led to the video being burned into the minds of millions of us. It may be the arrogance before the fall, the way she landed, or most likely the yells of pain afterwards that made this one of the first viral videos ever. The ouch, ouch, ouch was awkward, but the true ridiculousness of the clip comes when her colleagues in the studio have things to say.
Yeah, ow, 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 oh, stop, I can't breathe, stop.
The other thing about this, before I get to the anchors here is not only does the photojournalist stay with the shot and stay with the story that has shifted before his eyes,
Mhm.
but the technical operators in the studio playing the soundtrack have
Mhm.
also maintained discipline by continuing the soundtrack as she's writhing in pain. Listen.
I can't breathe. Stop.
What is that, an accordion in the background? I mean, how playful and fun. What a perfect soundtrack to the most embarrassing and painful moment of this reporter's life.
Very whimsical.
Exactly. Very
Whimsical,
whimsical.
old Italian music.
Yes. Yeah. Mhm. Which, by the way, before the mafia got truly organized, this is how they offed people back in the day. They made it look like a grape stomping accident. So now let's go to the anchors.
Oh no! Oh
boy,
dear!
I think she's actually hurt.
No,
there.
I think she is.
Yeah, she's
Ouch.
hurt. She took a hard fall off there.
So show me that your morning news anchors are psychopaths. Well, that's what they did. They showed that the morning anchors are kind of psychopathic, like, oh, wow, youch. Okay.
Well, it's also, it leads to one of the second things we've always loved is when anchors have to go off script.
Yeah, because there's nothing in the prompter that says show sympathy or empathy for everything that has now happened to Melissa, your friend, supposedly, and colleague. Oh, man.
Oh, I can't breathe. Stop. Oh no! Oh
boy,
dear!
I think she's actually hurt.
No,
there.
I think she is.
Yeah, she's hurt. She took a hard fall off there. Boy,
Okay.
gosh, I hope she's okay.
Do you?
Okay, we're gonna make sure she is.
We'll try and
Gus
check
is
on
there.
her and get back
All
to you
right.
soon.
As you can tell, I'm going to try and check on her so fast. I'm going to stay seated on this chair, on this stage, at the TV station, and not make any effort whatsoever to call or drive out there to see if Melissa's okay.
Yeah, nobody.
Not even the
Nobody does
cameramen in the studio are breaking their concentration. Like, no, we just got to stay with the shot.
As soon as we can.
We'll be back right after this.
Coming up next, traffic and weather.
Traffic on the fives.
That's right. You got to stick to it. You set that expectation. If you don't hit traffic on the fives just because Melissa fell off the grape stomping bucket, people are going to be pissed and they're going to email. The internet at large tried to track Melissa Sander down for many years, and in 2008, she finally made a public appearance regarding the video. In an interview on a radio program called Totally Real Expose, never heard of, she talked about the fall. When asked about her thoughts on the incident, she said, "Am I embarrassed that I fell? Of course. I also broke a couple of ribs. Thanks for asking." So, Raj, congratulations, sir.
Yeah.
Couple of broken ribs is accurate there.
Yeah, I could tell. just the pain. In the way
She said, "I also broke a couple of ribs. Thanks for asking. I had to spend a few weeks in the hospital under observation. I suffered quite a bit for an honest mistake, a momentary lapse in concentration, and now I'm trying to move on." And that's the last we've heard from her or of her, was back in 2008. But she lives forever.
If you win, you get to stay at Chateau Lawn. And what else do you have going on here?
Well, if grape stomping's not your thing, you can come and spend the day listening to live music, eating international foods, having wine tours and tastings, vineyard tours, seminars, arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop. Oh,
Stop. I can't breathe. Stop.
I can't breathe either. Oh, so good. It's so good. And she said it was an honest mistake. That's the best part. The dishonesty that was behind it.
No, an honest mistake is maybe like not carrying the 1 or something on your taxes, but when you're openly, brazenly trying to cheat,
Yeah.
a made-up grape stomping competition for your morning news segment, you got what many of us call karma.
Yeah. I hope they sent her wine when she was in the hospital.
Well, not just any wine, but the wine that she helped produce.
Yeah.
that would be fair, wouldn't it? Like a nice broken rib Chablis.
Chateau de Fall.
Oh God, can you imagine the label?
Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.